Does this make you want to pull back a little bit or make you want to work harder still? Like even, because it's, as your kids get older, I think, mine get older, I still have a drive, but like you get to that point where, you're not going to work maybe as hard forever, but.
I really
I was telling someone today, because I'm this morning over coffee, actually, right before this, like my next 10 years, I'm going to freaking overdrive. I just feel like, and that's kind of my benchmark for me. It's like I got goals. Well, with work, and then you and I got to sit down about, the whole financial part of it too. But there's opportunities in my industry. There's a lot with this other things that I'm doing that are, there's opportunities. So my point is like, business wise, am I happy where I'm at? Yeah, but I just can see a bigger picture still. And I feel like I'm still young enough, even though I just turned 50, to still accomplish those things. Because I think just, the number, and I joke about 50 is like, oh, you're 50. We used to think that 50 was an old age back then. I don't, I mean, for me, I look at it as levels now. Like I'm a level 50, which, hey, I'm getting up there in levels, which makes it sound a little, like you're, it's just a different mindset, I guess. But I feel that, man, I don't know, going back to like just when you get your first job, right? Your first account gets you fired up. But I still feel that way every time I get a job or I close a job or I get a sale, no matter how big or how small. There's no better feeling, I think, when people say, hey, I trust you. Let's do this. Yep. And we've been able to build a good foundation in regards to reputation and just referral base and, network and whatnot, that there's still a lot to get out there, and then also too, plus, because of course my kids are early 20s, they're still young in a sense, but there's still a lot to work for me. So I'm just 10 years, I'm going to give myself, and I have certain goals to try to push for. So in other words, I'm not kind of pulling back in a sense. Now, who knows, right? We don't know what life, can throw us certain curveballs sometimes, but maybe it's not part of God's plans. But I think if it's a God thing, it's a good thing, and that's the mindset I'm trying to do with all that I'm trying to do, trying to promote and highlight people and just, create win-win situations. But because even the more people that I get to connect with, the more people I can, hey, well, you know what, I can connect with that guy and help you with this guy, and and we all can move forward in a sense. So there's a lot of future's bright, that's the way I kind of try to see it, and I don't try to get too political with things, but I still control my destiny. I still control my future. And I think that's something we all need to find a way to see it that way anyway,
Yeah.
And not play the blame game and, make the excuses and stuff. So anyway, for me, at least in my industry, I don't know in your industry. I mean, it's again, if we look at history,
right,
you're going to be on an upward path.
Yeah.
And
I think, I'm certainly not doing Saturday morning seminars anymore,
sure.
But, I have a desire to serve. And so, whatever God where he wants me to be and how he wants that to happen, as far as the next 10 years goes, I just want to serve as many people as I can in this capacity. Because I think that, here's my what I tell clients all the time. Money isn't everything, but it's a tool that helps you to attain everything
for sure
that you want, right? Yeah. So we have to sharpen that tool. We have to fine tune it. We got to make sure it's the right tool. And we got to make sure that we take care of it and that we cultivate with it. Right. And so, so that you can get all the other things that you want, because again, it's just a means, it's not something that, you should center your life around, but it is something that you should utilize as a tool to help you, to help you grow in whatever capacity that is, whatever that looks like, for anyone. And so for me, I got some pretty lofty business goals. I do. I've challenged myself, in different areas, in different ways. incorporating different things into the practice. But, at some point I'll bring on a junior advisor and, I got to pass the baton, at some point in time. And, it's kind of like, a physician's practice or,
Sure.
a CPA firm or whatever, where you have accumulated these relationships over decades. You don't want to just
stop
step
it.
away.
Yeah.
And because you feel like you're leaving them hanging.
That's true.
And a lot of my clients I'm, very close to on a personal level.
Right.
And, good friends with. And one, called me yesterday and she was like, I want to come have lunch with you and let's just hang out. And so, and actually met her through BNI, through someone in BNI.
Yeah.
And so, I think for me, it's just, I want to grow. But I just want it to be healthy growth and I want it to be the right growth.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's awesome. That succession plan is important. I think I didn't think about your situation. Whereas, if I were to stop and just turn the spigot off, if you will, that business won't come in, but I've already served my past clients. Whereas you still have clients that need to be served still.
Yep.
You can't just like, hey guys, go call Edwards Jones now or whatever. Yeah.
So, and I would say to anyone that, is listening, and I think this is a number one takeaway as far as, working with an advisor goes, be sure that you ask your advisor if they have a succession plan, because, we're not promised tomorrow. And, it's not that if your advisor goes away that your money goes away. That's not the way it works. But you just want to know what to expect if something like that were to happen. And so, yes, I have a partner. And then I also have a succession plan if, something were to happen to him and me at the same time. So you just want to be sure that that's in place and, cause, it's not, it's similar to, I liken it to the physician's practice, but you go to the physician for something, right? But here it's your money is being held and invested and monitored, right? And so you want to be sure that someone's going to step in and take their